unkindness talented artists who've been working together now for about a year. There's an interesting story behind that, but they're going to be on the national stage on a show premiering tonight, Ink Master. It's season 9. These two are competing for a huge prize, $200,000 plus the bragging rights of Master Shop. You have some pretty stiff competition. This is Doom Kitten right here and Miss Erin Chance. She's clearly hard at work. So Doom Kitten, I'm going to have you answer the first question.
Sure.
Congratulations on going to this national stage. What's it like to have all eyes on you starting tonight, really?
It's like probably the most nerve-wracking thing. I mean, this is our passion, it's our job, so to be put in a place where now everybody is watching what you do for a living and also critiquing you and chiming in with their 2 cents, it's terrifying, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, we try not to think about it too much.
It's reality TV, right? Everybody loves reality TV.
Exactly.
And they're very curious about this because we've got, 2 schools. There are folks who are into tattoos, and once you're there, you're in, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a passion for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got a lot of people watching today who say, I don't have a tattoo. What is this all about?
I think it's really good exposure for tattoos breaking a stigma of, becoming a true art. These are not like something that you would get in a jailhouse or like while you're on shore leave in the Navy. This is art, This is a different medium for all of us. And the awesome people like Alexa here who are willing to trust that we can just do really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I think this show does especially this season. There's so many good artists. There's so much competition on right now that this season is really showing awesome art.
Yeah, that's what's got to be tough. We're seeing some video here now of a little bit of the season, a couple highlights coming up, right? Mm-hmm. That finale is in the late summer, early fall. But Erin, you've got a lot of ground to cover between now and then. I'm like scared to talk to you while you're doing this, but you're a woman of many talents.
Yeah, there's a lot happening before we get to the finale. So a lot of ups and downs. It's quite an experience.
You've brought your talent and this art to Richmond, and I was reading you moved halfway around the world to get here.
Yeah, I moved here from New Zealand in late 2012. So, and we've had the shop open for almost 2 years now. Yeah, and so far it's been everything that I hoped it would be.
So 2 questions out of that. How did you land in Richmond from New Zealand, right? And then how did you end up making your way onto Ink Master?
I came here for love, and the reason so many people travel the world, and ended up meeting Teresa. So, and she wanted to leave Indiana. That's my business partner. So Richmond's an amazing city for art in general and tattoos especially. It's one of the heaviest tattooed cities in the U.S. per capita. So there's so much culture here, and it just seemed like such a great place to open a shop. So, and Teresa agreed. So here we are.
So a lot of interest, obviously, and as you guys were saying, a lot of passion for this as an art and a great culture here that supports it. So how did Ink Master find you? Now all of a sudden they're changing the stakes this year, right? A higher prize. Yeah. There's 2 of you competing for it. How did they find you?
I think, I applied to be on Ink Master a long time ago, and I feel like someone found that application. But also, someone else who used to work here was on last season of Ink Master. Teresa, the other owner, she was the winner of a different tattoo competition show. So I feel like they're probably just like, we need to keep bringing people from that shop because it's just like really talented. So my theory is that they're like, we got to bring like all-stars. That's my theory. I don't actually know how they pull their names out of a hat, but
that's your theory, and you're sticking to it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, clearly a lot of talent, and just amazing. What is it like for you as an artist to, make this kind of lasting impression with folks? Because this is with you forever.
Yeah. To us, we treat it all it's very like an honor. The fact that they trust us to do something, it drives us that we have to do our very best with every tattoo. We can't sort of give it our half effort. That's how it is. It's nerve-wracking. Every client is different. We have to meet their needs and have some kind of compromise with them. So it's really like every time they do it, we treat it with honor. Like they're letting us do something. We don't have any arrogance about what we're doing. We definitely respect the fact that they came to us and trust us, so we have to treat it as such.
Yeah, and you raise a great point today, because this is, Aaron, you've worked together with Miss Alexis before.
Yeah, I did her first tattoo 2 years ago. Yeah.
And so this becomes a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you've got clients that will just stick with you forever. You end up doing a bodysuit on them. So it can be a very long-term, like I've been tattooing for 10 years and I've got clients that have been tattooing that whole time. And some even come to the States from New Zealand to continue projects. So
producer just whispered in my ear, this is like phoning a friend, and she said, ask her, does she do her own? And that is a question I'm curious about. Do you do your own, or then do you find somebody else?
I don't. I have so many friends in the industry that are so talented that I usually just ask a friend, tell them that they do something I like, and I'm like, hey, do something like that for me, or do whatever you want.
Well, in a way, it's an art collection, right, from different artists and different places.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely. Like some people like to put art on their walls, and some people like to put art on their bodies.
Well, she's clearly hard at work putting art on this body right here, and it's getting very detailed. Now, Erin said she came from New Zealand. Doomkitten, you moved a year ago to Richmond, and you love it.
Yeah, I love Richmond. I moved here from New Mexico, and so the climate here is different. The art scene here is amazing. I don't regret moving here at all. This place is a great town.
Well,
so.
I definitely feel like Richmond's got it going on, right? And you two are going to put it even more so on the map. Season 9 of Ink Master premieres tonight, premieres on Spike TV, so you want to make sure that you see that. And then we said earlier, obviously, everyone's invited to come really meet you guys and, celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, we're having the premiere party at Guar Bar. It's somewhere around here. I can't remember the name of the street. On Clay Street, I think. Everyone's invited to come and watch it on us. They're going to project it, and you can watch us become a nervous wreck.
That's right.
That's
right. Well, good luck. The season premieres tonight, continues with that live finale where we find out if these two become the Master Shop champions and take home the $200,000. But come tonight. Come to the celebration at Guar Bar. You can Google it. You'll find it. It's right downtown.